So you're not saying that college is bad. You're saying that the college education system is broken.
Well, that I am saying definitely the financing aspect of it and the cost of it for return on investment is definitely out of whack. In addition to that, it is broken to a degree because if the idea of going to college is to get a marketable job skill, the vast majority of students that are coming out do not have a marketable job skill. Again, I'm in favor of intellectual development, of whatever reason someone might want to go to school, if they can afford it. But if they are looking for return on investment and I want a job, the numbers aren't there. Right now, half of the students that go to college don't complete it. They drop out somewhere along the line.
Wow.
Number two, the average is 5.7 years to complete a 4-year education, and that is growing, particularly out here in the West where we have a lot of impacted programs.
Mm-hmm.
And so that debt then continues to grow because you need an extra year or two. It's pretty ugly.
Why is there so much college debt now rather than, say, 10 or 20 years ago, Gene?
Well, there's been an increase of almost 2,000% in the cost of college over the last 30 years. So why is it going up and going up like a hockey stick? The reason is, in my view, primarily debt, easy debt. Just like the housing bubble. We all just lived through that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The housing bubble, what happened? The federal government said everybody needs to be a homeowner. We're going to make it happen. They pressured the banks to do so. Everybody got loans. If you had a pulse, you could get a loan. No. Remember, even when there was no proof of income.
Right.
The same.
Yeah. No doc. They called it no doc.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the exact problem has moved into the college marketplace, where colleges, and remember, they're businesses too. They need the students' money, but they put up a wall of, you need to climb over this wall to get in, and they get them to believe that. They get families to believe that you're not a good family if you don't send your kids to college. And the government debt that is funding all this, we're up to about $1 trillion now in student debt in this country. $1 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
When that bubble bursts, it's going to be ugly. And one of the problems is it's not charge-offable. They cannot write that debt off. They can't go bankrupt and eliminate that debt.
Right.
And so these students have all this debt baggage they're carrying around for years. I talk to people, they're not even working in the same profession that they got their degree in, and yet they're carrying this debt.
Carrying this debt that they can't pay because they can't get a job, and yet they can't write it off, and so they're stymied.
When we come out of school, we see a lot of prejudice against those who don't have the college degree, and that just gets you in the door in a lot of places. So I see that a lot with my friends.
Okay. Gene, what about that? It's at least a door opener.
Well, it can be, but how about if you have skills to go right into the workplace and get a job now? There's over 200,000 jobs that are paying well in the trades right now that are open. They are non-filled. We need people to fill those.
Let me ask this question of my younger son, who happens to still be in college, starting his senior year. And he's listening to what you have said. He's reviewed the college myth. Are you discouraged, or do you feel like you're wasting your time, Paul Hunter Jackson, Babe Berry?
Well, one of the really fascinating things that Mr. Kelly pointed out is that a specialized college or 2-year college can give you critical thinking skills. As an attendee of a liberal arts college, we're told that a rounded general education will really give you the critical thinking skills that will help you find gainful employment right after college. But it sounds like that might not be the case anymore. I was just curious as to whether Mr. Kelly thinks that rounded, non-specific education is as viable an option as something more specialized.
Gene?
Babe, great question. I believe actually in a combination of both. I think, again, learning should not be done right after I get out of college. It should be a lifetime endeavor. Seek knowledge everywhere. I'm fascinated with all kinds of things. I study things. Studying last night a cooking program using distance education. We teach the mechanical trades via video and distance education because it's faster, and we do that through the Accelerated Technical Training Institute. But the critical thinking skills that you learn in a trade where processes are more linear, and you identify where the breakdown is and make the repair. Understanding that, if you can get that out of your liberal arts degree, fantastic. But it is so clear in the trades, number one, and number two, you can get a job right now in the trades. And if you start earning early and saving and investing, you will be much more successful financially sooner. Everybody was supposed to go to college and become a knowledge worker. And the problem with that is a little thing called the Internet came along. And with the Internet came worldwide competition by people that were very hungry, very driven to compete with our people for knowledge jobs. Mm-hmm. And so the jobs that pay well now, better than knowledge worker jobs, are mechanical trade jobs, plumbers, electricians, welders. These people make double what the students coming out of college are going to make. Mm-hmm. And when you make money early and don't have debt, you're able to invest that and start to create real wealth for yourselves. Most people, our students coming out of college, all we're doing is we're putting them on a financial treadmill. They're going to be paying their debt, barely getting ahead, and never moving up the ladder unless they, get the entrepreneurial drive.
What kind of reaction are you getting? Do you have, are people breaking down the door to go that way, Gene?
We're seeing, because so many people are now becoming aware of it. I just saw that Hillary Clinton had said that she wanted more training in the trades. Mm-hmm. That was something she was promoting. Mike Rowe, well known for Dirty Jobs TV show, he's been a huge advocate. And, when you search around, you'll find out literally there are hundreds of thousands of jobs available, number one, currently available, going wanted. And number two, we are onshoring manufacturing. That's what's going to happen in the next 20 years is manufacturing is coming back into the U.S. due to low energy costs. The problem is they can't bring it fast enough because there aren't quality, trained people, trained individuals. And I got to tell you guys, we were talking about the Internet, you're not going to be outsourcing your plumbing to India anytime soon. It needs to be done here, and our entire country needs to be rebuilt infrastructure-wise. So who's going to get the money?
Yeah.
The guy that can actually go do the work, or the guy who's competing with that $7 an hour Internet guy in India?